Hey everybody, and welcome to BingeBot, where we recap all the latest and greatest TV shows to help keep you in the loop. Today we take another trip to Nevermore Academy with Wednesday Season 2, the follow-up to Netflix's hit supernatural mystery show. Returning for her second year of education, things only continue to go sideways for Wednesday Addams as a new administration, new students, and new problems continue to keep her life interesting. But let's just dive right in, starting with Episode 1, Here We Woe Again. After fulfilling summer vacation practicing with her psychic abilities, Wednesday Addams, the oldest child of the eccentric Addams family, returns to Nevermore Academy, a school for outcasts or people with abnormal abilities. Joining her is her younger brother Pugsley, who recently awakened the ability to generate electricity. Arriving at Nevermore, Wednesday returns to her old room, where she is greeted by her best friend and roommate, the werewolf Enid Sinclair. Out in the school courtyard, Wednesday finds the new principal, Barry Dort, talking to her parents, Morticia and Gomez Addams. Much to her dismay, she learns that Dort has asked Morticia to chair a fundraising committee for Nevermore. Deciding to take a walk, Wednesday ends up in the woods where a private investigator, Carl Bradbury, was recently murdered. Among the crowd at the crime scene, she spots a suspicious individual and follows him. And catching up, she discovers the man to be the former sheriff, Donovan Galpin. A friend of Bradbury, Galpin explains that he and the private investigator were looking into something and asks for her help, but Wednesday refuses. In his office, Principal Dort meets with Bianca Barclay, a siren and one of the most popular students at Nevermore. Revealing a darker side to his personality, Dort threatens Bianca with expulsion unless she uses her siren ability to manipulate people's thoughts and actions for his sake.
Using your powers of persuasion for a good cause should be applauded. I'm sure you agree.
Feeling lonely at the new school, Pugsley decides to investigate an old Nevermore legend about the body of the school's most brilliant student said to lie at the base of the ominously named Skull Tree. When he accidentally trips near the tree, Pugsley uses his electric powers, which revives the boy, who pops out of the ground like a zombified corpse. And though initially shocked, Pugsley becomes excited by the prospect of making a new friend. Back at school, Wednesday is approached by Enid, whose touch triggers a psychic episode in Wednesday. And while her body experiences a seizure, her mind finds itself in a graveyard standing before Enid's headstone, while a bloodied Enid strangles her, accusing her of causing her death. Episode 2, The Devil You Woe. Waking up with black, tear-stained cheeks, Wednesday is confronted by Morticia, who reveals the tears to be a symptom of psychic exhaustion. Despite her mother's warnings, Wednesday refuses to slow down because of the danger to Enid's life, and she decides to accept Galpin's offer. But at his house, she discovers that the former sheriff has also been murdered. Attempting to use her psychic ability on him, she is stunned when it fails, her overuse having seemingly caught up with her. So, hoping to get some answers, she decides to visit Willow Hill Psychiatric Hospital to see Galpin's son Tyler, a murderous shape-shifting Hyde. Unfortunately, Tyler turns out to be ignorant about the murderer. Meanwhile, under pressure from Dort, who she can't magically manipulate because of his anti-siren amulet, Bianca is forced to command Morticia to contact her estranged mother, the wealthy mogul Hester Frump, and ask for a donation.
You must contact your mother, invite her to the gala, and secure a large donation. She is your highest priority.
Episode 3, Call of the Woe. Upset by Wednesday's refusal to slow down, Morticia reveals that her long-lost sister, Ophelia, was just as impatient with her abilities as Wednesday is, and it drove her to madness. And not wanting to fail her daughter the way that Hester failed Ophelia, Morticia pleads with Wednesday to stop using her powers. Forced to investigate the old-fashioned way, Wednesday has Agnes DeMille, an outcast who can turn invisible, steal Galpin's belongings, and deduces the location of a place where he and Bradbury had hidden some evidence. Finding it to be near where a school camping trip is headed, Wednesday decides to join them. Also at the camp, Pugsley decides to bring the zombie, nicknamed Slurp, to keep an eye on him, but unfortunately, while he is away, a man accidentally sneaks into his tent and is murdered. Alerted to the rampaging zombie, the authorities arrive at the camp and they take Slurp away, transferring him to Willow Hill. Slinking away, Wednesday hikes out to a cabin belonging to Galpin. There, she finds obituaries for a large number of outcasts, all linked to Willow Hill, as well as the word Lois printed on the wall. Episode 4. If These Woes Could Talk. In search for the tie between the obituaries and the psychiatric facility, Wednesday rings up her uncle, Fester Addams, and has him infiltrate the hospital as a patient. There, Fester learns of a maintenance room which is somehow connected to Lois. Unfortunately, he is caught attempting to access it and is locked up in a cell with a chained-up Slurp. Sent to assist Fester, Thing, a disembodied hand who is also part of the Addams family, informs Wednesday about her uncle's capture. So, sneaking her way in, Wednesday frees Fester, but the two leave the cell door open on their way out, and Slurp eventually pulls himself free, escaping and killing a bunch of guards. Gaining access to the maintenance room, Wednesday and Fester discover a hidden opening at the back, leading down to a secluded section of the facility. They also spot the words Long-Term Outcast Integration Study and realize that Lois was LOIS, actually an acronym. To their surprise, they find that all the outcasts in the obituaries are still alive, having been kept as living experiments. Hearing a sound, they turn around and they are confronted by the Willow Hill administrator, Judy Spanigle, who reveals that she is studying how to transfer the abilities of the outcasts into normal people.
Imagine being able to extract their abilities and share it with normies.
You mean steal them and exploit them?
Signaling Fester, Wednesday has him use his electric powers to cause a power surge, freeing the victims who start attacking Judy. This also frees Tyler and a bunch of other patients, causing the facility to descend into pandemonium. And while attempting to leave Willow Hill, Wednesday and Tyler's paths cross. The Hyde takes a powerful swipe at Wednesday, throwing her out the second floor of the building, grievously injuring her. Episode 5. Hyde and Woe Seek. Waking up in a hospital 2 weeks later, Wednesday finds herself being stalked by Tyler, who passes her a note declaring that she and Enid will die tonight. Worried, Wednesday returns to school and warns her roommate about Tyler's threat. Racking her brain for a countermeasure, Wednesday decides to brew a potion designed to control Hydes. At Rotwood Cottage, Morticia is approached by Francois, one of the LOIS patients that Wednesday had freed. Recognizing her immediately, a panicked Morticia listens on as the woman, a former classmate, begs for help in finding her son, Tyler Galpin. Spotted by Thing, Tyler, who had snuck into Nevermore, is baited into chasing Enid to a deserted church, and provoked, he transforms into a Hyde, and Wednesday attempts to inject him with the serum. But before she can succeed, Francois, who is also a Hyde, bursts into the church and pulls Tyler away. Nearly attacking Wednesday, she backs off when Morticia arrives, and with her son in tow, Francois leaves Nevermore. Episode 6. Woe Thyself. The next morning, Enid is confronted by Isadora Capri, a music teacher at Nevermore who'd noticed her experience some unusual symptoms. Speculating that she might be an alpha, Capri warns Enid not to transform during the next full moon. Meanwhile, Wednesday learns that an extraordinarily powerful psychic, Rosalind Rotwood, is buried nearby, and that her grave has the power to temporarily restore her ability. So she sneaks out to visit Rotwood's grave, but as luck would have it, Enid grabs hold of Wednesday while she is touching the headstone. This interruption corrupts the power-restoring ritual, and both of the girls pass out. The next morning, they wake up in each other's bodies. While Enid, in Wednesday's body, has a panic attack, Wednesday heads out to search for a solution to their predicament, but only discovers that the pair will die if they don't switch back within 24 hours. Having consumed a large number of brains, Slurp nearly fully regenerates, and he shows up at Galpin's house. In a hidden underground room, he comes face to face with Tyler and Francois, and reveals himself to be Isaac Knight, Francois' brother. As Francois excitedly introduces Tyler to his uncle, she starts to cough uncontrollably, and at Tyler's urging, she explains that she is dying, a consequence of the Hyde transformation. Hoping to realize his unfulfilled ambition, Isaac states that he will rerun his greatest experiment and take Francois' ability away, saving her from further deterioration. Still searching for a clue for their problem, Wednesday discovers a secret chamber containing Rosalind's statue, and through it, she communicates with the powerful psychic and learns that the only way for the two to switch back is if they unravel each other's innermost secrets.
You have until dawn to unravel the innermost secrets of the life you've stepped into.
Based on their close friendship and the day that they spent in each other's shoes, Enid states that Wednesday is afraid Morticia will never accept her, but declares that she should give her mom more credit. Conversely, Wednesday states that Enid will never end up alone because Wednesday will always be with her. And as dawn breaks, the two pass out again, this time happily waking up in their own bodies. Episode 7. Woe Me the Money. With the fundraising gala fast approaching, Hester arrives at Nevermore to have the pleasure of rejecting Dort's donation request in person, but is instead manipulated into agreeing to donate all of her wealth by Bianca's siren song. This uncharacteristic charity puzzles the entire Addams clan, and Wednesday, suspecting Bianca, decides to confront her. After getting her to confess to her crimes and revealing Dort's blackmail, Wednesday comes up with a plan. That night at the gala, while everyone else is busy admiring Enid's dance performance, she has Agnes steal his anti-siren amulet. And when Dort walks up to give his closing remarks for the ceremony, Bianca forces him to confess the truth publicly.
I held Bianca's mother hostage to force her to siren Hester Frump to donate her fortune.
Caught red-handed, Dort generates flames with his pyrokinetic powers and throws them around while attempting to escape the crowd's wrath. Stealthily approaching him from behind, however, is Bianca's friend, the Gorgon Ajax, who turns him into stone. As luck would have it, a chandelier directly above Dort breaks thanks to his reckless use of his pyrokinesis, and it falls on top of him, ending both him and his nefarious plans. Though one foe is dealt with, Isaac manages to sneak into the gala and he lures Pugsley away, kidnapping him. Episode 8. This Means Woe. With her son's life on the line, Morticia is forced to confess that Isaac used to be Gomez's best friend and his roommate. In his desire to cure Francois, Isaac nearly murdered Gomez by draining his electric abilities to power a machine that he developed in Nevermore's Iago Tower. Thanks to Morticia sabotaging the experiment, Isaac died, and the two buried his body. Realizing that Isaac now plans to rerun that same experiment, Wednesday rushes off to Iago, and on her way there, she is ambushed by Tyler and Isaac, who bury her under the skull tree. Forced to transform under the full moon to dig Wednesday out, Enid becomes permanently stuck in werewolf form and runs away from Nevermore. Short on time, Wednesday sends Agnes after her while she heads to Iago, where Isaac has repaired the machine that was destroyed all those decades ago. Unexpectedly, Isaac straps a confused Tyler down onto the machine instead of Francois, and stating that it's already too late for her, Francois explains that she told Isaac to cure Tyler instead.
It's too late for me, sweetie. This is your time now. We can save you from this life.
Not wanting to give up his powers, Tyler struggles but is freed by Wednesday. Both Hydes then transform and begin battling each other, and in the resulting chaos, the machine explodes, throwing Francois down to her death. Simultaneously, Thing, who is revealed to be Isaac's literal right hand, tears out Isaac's heart, finally ending the zombie's life. With her brother now safe, Wednesday calls Fester, and the two embark on a new adventure to bring Enid back. But before she leaves, Morticia hands Wednesday Ophelia's diary. While turning its pages, Wednesday has a vision of her missing aunt sitting alone in an empty room. Returning to her mansion, Hester goes through an underground passageway and opens a door, revealing that she'd been keeping Ophelia hidden the entire time. As she walks in, Hester sees Ophelia ominously writing, "Wednesday must die" on a wall in front of her, signaling that a brand new danger is about to enter the adventurous psychic's life. And that wraps up Wednesday Season 2. So, what did everyone think of this sophomore season? Was it better or worse than the first? Judging from that finale, it does look like we'll be getting another season in the near future, and of course, we'll have that recap ready for you when the show drops. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider dropping us a like or sharing it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to keep up to date on all of our content. If you want to support us further, you can do so via YouTube memberships, Patreon, or Buy Me a Coffee, and unlock some cool perks as well. We'll be back soon with another video on your favorite entertainment, but for now, BingeBot is logging off.